Respected teachers and all the PG scholars present here, a very good morning to all of you and welcome to the 10th day of PG orientation program. The guest speaker for today's session is Hakeem Mohsin Dehlvi sir, and we all are honored to have the presence of our guest speaker. He is the managing director of Dehlvi Remedies and CEO of Delhi Naturals and also the business partner in Dehlvi Amber Private Limited. Hakeem Mohammad Dehlvi, besides being the promoter of the Dehlvi groups of companies, is the founder president of Unani World Unani Foundation since 2012 and has organized and co-organized many CMEs, workshops, and national and international conferences in different parts of India. He has recently been made the National Honorary Trustee of International Unani Forum, that is IUF. He is also the managing trustee of Dehlvi National Foundation that does the charity work. Hakeem Mohsin Dehlvi is a former member of Ayurvedic, Siddha and Unani Drug Technical Advisory Board, Ministry of Ayush, Government of India, a former member of the scientific body Pharmacopoeia Commission for Indian Medicine and Homeopathy, Minister of Ayush, Government of India. Also, he is the General Secretary, Unani Drugs Manufacturers Association, that is UDMA. And currently, he is the member of the expert committee constituted to review and revisit the existing provisions for GMP, for ASU and H drugs in Drugs and Cosmetics Act 1940 and rules thereunder. We are highly obliged to have your auspicious presence in today's PG program. And the topic for the today's presentation is Introduction to Heal by India and Heal in India. So now, without further ado, I would like to call upon Sir to kindly give his presentation and let us know about your experiences and works. Thank you, sir. Hakeem
Thank you
Mohammed
very
Delvi,
much.
sir.
Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum to all. Uh, on the onset, I would like to thank Professor Tawheed Saab, Tanveen Aram Saab, and Mohammad Nizamuddin Saab. Uh, I'll just start without wasting much time. I'll start my presentation. The government of India, as you all are aware, had launched this Heal in India, Heal by India. So to promote Unani, we've modified the slogan to Heal by Unani, Heal India, and that is the topic for today in this extracurriculum program. We are basically going to focus on Unani medical tourism. You all are aware of what Unani is. It refers to an ancient Greek system which was originated in Greece 2,500 years back. Then it traveled to Persia, where it is known as traditional Persian medicine. Then it went on to Arabs, where it is called Greco-Arab medicine, and from there it traveled to India, where it is known as Unani medicine. It is basically based on the four mizaj and akhlaq, and on the teachings of physician Hippocrates, who is known as Bukrat, and physician Galen, who is known as Jalinus in Arabic. It is basically based on the humors of a person. So I think you all must be aware, because most of you are PG students, and how this system is based on the temperament of each individual. So I won't go into this detail. It includes use of allatives, excipients, aphrodisiacs, organ-specific tonics, and immune modulatory drugs, temperament-specific drugs. Basically, the whole system depends on the mizaj of a patient. So all these drugs are based on the temperament of a person. So we have cosmeceutics, nutraceutics, aromatics, and corresponding therapies are also integral, important part of treatment of Unani system. In a nutshell, Unani system takes care of the human body in a holistic manner. So this is what we are going to focus on today, Heal by Unani Wellness Tourism. as we all know that due to the modern lifestyle disorders, a lot of, because of everybody wants to do something very fast, so basically he's under a lot of stress, and this is a part of the modern lifestyle disorders. And everybody, I think, I would say 90% of the population is under some type of stress and tension. So this in turn takes a major toll on your health. Maybe it goes on to you get depressed, you may have diabetes. So a lot of issues are related to stress and tension. So a relaxed mind is basically, we're going to focus on a relaxed mind is necessary for a healthy body. To get rid of the stress, taking a vacation occasionally would be a good idea. So hence, while on a vacation, if you get an effective, safe, and pocket-friendly treatment or health-promoting regime, it would be an icing on the cake. Why only India? There are many destinations. So around 4 million people are coming to India every year for Ayush treatments. Unfortunately, currently, people are aware of the Ayurveda system. We have to make Unani more aware in the international market, because people know what Ayurveda is, but unfortunately, Unani people are not aware, maybe because of the nomenclature. Recently, I was in Iran, and where this is known as traditional Persian medicine. And if you go into, let us say, Pakistan, it is known as Eastern medicine. If you go into South Africa, it is known as Tib medicine. So this is unfortunate for the system, because Ayurveda is known as Ayurveda throughout the world. And Unani, it's the same system, but it is known, it has a different nomenclature everywhere. So we have to inform the public or the international persons who want to come into India that Unani is this type of treatment. So India basically, if we see, it is blessed with varied climatic zones and topography, having forests and mountains, deserts and seashores. And India is famous for providing the best medical services and Ayush treatments with state of the art technology. And in India, we have highly qualified and skilled Unani doctors. So, the types of treatments that can be offered. See, Unani system of medicine has various modes for treating an ailment depending upon the nature of the ailment and its causes. We have Ilaj bin Tadbir, which is the regimenal therapy, Ilaj bin Ghiza, dietotherapy, Ilaj bin Dawa, pharmacotherapy, and Ilaj bin Yad, which is surgery. Ibn Sina mentioned 44 regimens in Al Qanun fil Tib. This is a famous book. We all must be aware of this. Canon of Medicine, Al Qanun. These are the diseases, the regimens that are mentioned in canon of medicine. Dalk, Takmeed, Nutul, Hammam, Ghusl, Hijama, Fast, Taliq al-Alaq, Qai, Tariq, Qai, Idrar Bol, Ishal, Riyazat, Fukna, Nushuk, Pashoya, Tanweem, Tadheen, Bakhur, Zarawar, Saqub, Takor, Tanafiz, Imala, Ilam, Abzan, Shiafat. Uh, Normally, we all are aware that the only method of treatment in regimen therapy is hammam, but there are so many therapies that we can, start our center with. Sorry. And zamad, nafukh, inkabab, lakhlakha, shamun, vajur, sanoon, tamrikh, qol, barud, tila, fatila, mul. Farzaja, Tagriq, Saud, Gargara, Kairuti. So these are so many methods, and even besides this, there are a lot many therapies also. The number goes up to about 99 or 100. These are the therapies that are mentioned in Al Qanun. So I'll just give a brief explanation of the major therapies. This is Dalk, which is a massage. There are two ways of doing it. One is with a soft hand, which promotes sleep and has a very relaxant effect. And surprisingly, if with the soft massage, a person can even go to sleep while the massage is being done. A dry and a hard massage is deobstruent and increases the blood supply, while the massage with oil relaxes the muscles and softens the skin. This is takmeed, fermentation. It is a process which keeps the body or part of the body warm. It is a therapeutic application of warmth and moisture, basically to relieve the pain and stiffness. It can be done after massage therapy. It is normally done after a massage therapy. This is Natul, which is irrigation therapy. It is an ancient healing technique that is used to cure eye and neurological issues like anxiety, depression, stress, memory loss, certain skin problems, gray hair, sleeping problems, migraine, and some types of allergies. Liquids such as warm oil, milk, buttermilk, or even just water, depending on the issue needing treatment, are poured over the patient's head. They are poured directly on the head. Hammam, this is the Turkish bath. It is useful for enhancing nutrition, adjusting the body fat, dissolving the waste matter from the body, providing heat to the body, and to initiate sweating. In normal health, a cold bath is preferred. However, to cure ailments like paralysis, a hot bath is highly effective. We can even add flowers, different types of flowers in the water. The procedure of this hammam is that first you go into a normal room temperature, then you go into this hammam, have a bath, then come back into a cold bath, and then to a normal room. So this is a process where three or four rooms we have to pass through. This is a normal ghusl, bathing. It is with a normal room temperature. A hot bath is where herbs are added after a massage is generally indicated in patients with paralysis and muscular wasting. Cupping, we are all aware of this. We have two types of cupping, bil shart, which is wet cupping, and bila shart, which is dry cupping. Besides this, we even have fire cupping. Then this relieves local congestion. It is also useful in musculoskeletal disorders. It is effective in various female and male sexual disorders, autoimmune diseases, psoriasis, eczema, urticaria. This is fasad, venesection. It is a type of bloodletting. According to Ibn Sina, it is a complete way of evacuation in case of congestion of humors. The process of evacuation is completed once the optimum level of humors in the body is achieved. It is useful in these collects the excess blood, relieves high blood pressure, stimulates the metabolic process, amends the temperament of the patient, helps treat amenorrhea, helps in excretion of waste from various parts of the body, prevents the toxicity of the blood, and avoids accumulation of waste. This is leaching, taliq al-alaq. Leach application is unique method for the removal of morbid matters from the blood. It is useful for skin diseases, baldness, and ringworms. One precaution is that the leech should be only used. One leech should be used only for one patient. I mean, please do not use it on a multiple number of patients because you can get contamination in this. This is tadheen, oiling. This is basically where medicated oils such as Rogan Babuna, Rogan Kusht, Rogan Malkangni, Rogan Seer, Rogan Kaddu, Rogan Kahu, Rogan Banafsha, etc. are locally applied on an organ. This regimen is recommended to relieve pain, to improve nutrition of skin, and to divert morbid matters from the diseased parts of the body. All these oils are Unani. Then this is Saku, which is spraying. This regimenal procedure is performed usually over the head or some other parts of the body. In this regimen, medicated decoction or plain water is sprayed from a close distance to the affected part to disperse the morbid matters. Sometimes it is performed to change the temperamental state of an organ. In kebab, which is steam, this therapy is form of steam application where the over the affected parts of the body. In this regimen, some herbal drugs are boiled into a vessel and the steam is applied to the body surface. Steam application with decoction of khashkash seeds, banafsha, dhania, chopchini are useful in the treatment of earaches. Steam application with decoction of neem leaves is also beneficial in the treatment of earaches. So there is a significant effect of steam application with decoction of Alice flowers in combination with massage cupping in a case of non-specific low back pain. The foot bath, Pachoya. In this regimen, the foot is immersed in medicated decoction of the treatment of various bodily ailments. Foot bath in the decoction prepared with babool leaves, jaw ka atta, gule khatmi, mako, banafsha flowers, and gule nilofer is effective in cases of severe headache and insomnia. So you see the treatment of uh, the foot, it goes up to for all the ailments of your headache and insomnia. So this is the Pashoya. This is Kai cauterization. It is an ancient medical practice that is performed with a hot iron or a caustic, a burn to burn a body part that is not required. This practice is quite useful for treating soreness of the hip joint. Kai eliminates and resolves the pathogenic matters that are attached to any particular structure. Also, it strengthens the organ that possesses the cold temperament. Moreover, Kai retains the blood flow, thereby stopping hemorrhage. This is Abzan, sits bath. This is one of the types of bath in which lower part of the body, especially the buttocks and hips, are immersed into plain or medicated water. Better is to immerse it into medicated water containing different types of herbs. Again, depending on what ailments that the patient is, uh, accordingly, the herbs are used accordingly. It is very useful in the treatment of intestinal, rectal, and anal, prostate, kidney, urinary bladder, urethral, testicular, vaginal, and uterine diseases. Majusi and Ibn Sina have advised that the hot sis bath is useful in cases of difficult labor. So there are four types of sits bath, that is cold, hot, moderate, and compound. That is, we have an alternate hot and cold bath along with decoction or infusion of herbs that are commonly given for treatment purposes. Reek, which is also called sweating. It is a kind of evacuation of waste products from the body through sweating. This is achieved through certain processes such as hot fermentation, hot bath, poultice, exercise, massage, inhalation, etc. And also used by using certain drugs internally. This regimen is also useful to reduce body temperature in case of fever and to increase nutrition of the skin. Yes, eye vomiting. Emetics are used to cure headaches, migraine and tonsillitis, bronchopneumonia, and also bronchial asthma. This regime also cures mental diseases like mania and melancholia. Sometimes this regimen is useful in healthy individuals for prophylactic purposes to clean the stomach. Normally, we put salt on both fingers and put it in the mouth so that we vomit and all the bad matter from the system gets out. Even a healthy individual can do this. This is idrar ebol, diuresis. As purgation. Purgatives and lactatives have been widely used by the Unani physicians for intestinal evacuation in certain diseases. This method has antispasmodic and detoxicating effects. This is a normal exercise, which Riyazat, which everybody knows that is very important for all of us to maintain our health. In the diet therapy, every patient is advised a diet accordingly. Even if you go in for a medical tourism, the diet chart is maintained of every patient according to his needs, and the sometimes the patient are asked to restrict the intake of food. A balanced diet is suggested for malnourished patients. In cases of weakness of certain organ, intake of the same organ from animal sources are advised. That is, in the weakness of liver, patients are advised to have liver from livestock. So this is a very important part of the medical tourism. That when a patient comes, his diet chart is maintained and he is given food accordingly for the number of days that he stays in that wellness center. Pharmacotherapy drugs of natural origin are used. They may be of plant, animal, or mineral origin. Single drugs as well as compound formulations in the form of safuf, haboob, kurs, kushtajat, sharbat, majun, itrifal, khamirajat are used in the treatment of various complex and chronic disorders. Along with the regimens, the patients are advised certain medicines also. So we have these kinds of different compound formulations, whether they are classical products or proprietary drugs. Surgery is the fourth line. I won't go into this. The purpose of Unani treatment, basically, it is to prevent illness, promote health, heal the sick, and preserve life. This can be summed up as follows: to protect health and improve quality of life, to eliminate diseases and dysfunctions of the body. Through these Unani therapies, we can attract foreigners into India for medical tourism. Recently, I was in UAE, where there is an exam that is conducted by the Ministry of Health, Abu Dhabi, every 6 months for Unani graduates. And once you get the permission, when you pass that exam, then you're allowed to practice in UAE. Unfortunately, no, the approval of Unani medicines have not taken place there. So most of the currently there are 38 approved practitioners of Unani in UAE. Some are practicing there, some are in India, who occasionally go there and come back. Uh, Only two are actually practicing Unani, and the rest are having their spas, working in the regimental therapies. So you see the scope of this regimental therapies in even UAE. Plus, there are spas where in UK where all these regimens can take place. Some countries do have restriction on taking out blood. So hijama, cupping cannot be done there, or first cannot be done there. But the other regimens can easily be undertaken in these countries. This is a website that you can go through, uh, healbyindiaunani.com. Thank you. It's a very small presentation. Though I was given more than an hour, so I could not do much on this topic. Basically, I may even add on if the organizers allow me.
Okay, sir, go ahead.
I'll give my another slide, which I can, present on other opportunities what the Unani graduates can do.
Okay, sir, go ahead, sir. We'd love to see that.
Thank you, sir. You have rightly said that a relaxed mind is necessary for a healthy body.
If somebody has any question, can ask me.
Especially the fresher batch. If you have any kind of questions, you can ask him. No questions? This is giving the impression that you have understood everything said by our guest speaker.
Yeah, please. Now I'll go into this market of Unani medicines in India. That's one chapter I said about Unani medical tourism, which can be a good business opportunity for all of us to get uh, patients from India as well as from the international market. The other is the market of Unani medicines, where we can even have an opportunity of manufacturing, going into the manufacturing business of Unani. You see the market size of Unani is 51,500 crores. It was in 2001. Now it is 1,50,000 crores. It is expected to go to this figure by 2027. This figure includes medicines, nutraceuticals, dietary supplements, and herbal personal care products. Because there's a major market of now coming up of these dietary supplements and beauty care products. So that's also a major market that we can capture. However, Unani's share in this is not even 0.5%. This is, but even if we calculate 0.5%, it's a major share. Uh, Sales wise. Why is it limited to 0.5%? Maybe because we are thought to be confined to one community. Not that non-Muslims do not use Unani, but the problem is availability. We see all the clinics that are being opened are concentrating on the old areas of the city where Muslim population is there. uh, this is one disadvantage that the Unani has. But now with the online marketing, we've noticed even in if we Amazon or other such websites that non-Muslims are preferring to buy online. The sales of our products are more to non-Muslims than in Muslims online portals. Lack of government support, we all know about this. Lack of innovations by by manufacturers, but still opportunities are in plenty. Manufacturing, we are covered under the Drug and Cosmetics Act 1940. Minimum area that is required for starting a manufacturing unit is only 1,200 square feet with separate partitions. And in this 1,200, we get one, you can say, one section. Sorry, one section. That means if we want to manufacture only safoof powders, then we require 1,200 square feet. But if you want to add some other, then for distillate, we need another 100 square feet in that area. We have to add. If we want to manufacture hubs and pills, another 100 square feet has to be added into that. These are the machines which I will skip. Safoof 200 square feet. This all these requirements are according to the GMP schedule mentioned in the Drugs and Cosmetics Act. You want to add oil, 100 square feet. For ointments, another 100 square feet. For pushtas, another 100 square feet, and so forth. And they have mentioned the minimum area for each and every section that you want to add into it. These are all categories mentioned in the GMP Schedule E, it is called. This is the manufacturing area where minimum requirement is 200 square feet. This is again out of the 1200 square feet that I had mentioned earlier. The machines are slightly for bigger units. So manufacturing syrups. This is a condenser, the filtration of all syrups. This is the automatic filling line of a syrup. This is a cold blender, cone blender for capsules. This is a loader where we put the empty capsule shells. This is the filling, manual filling. This is a semi-automatic capsule filling machine. We need a testing lab. Again, the size of this lab has to be 150 square foot. And this again is included in the 1200 square feet initially that I had mentioned. Now, the technical staff. You need 3 employees for starting a unit. One would be to test the product, a biochemist or you can say a biological person or a chemistry person. One from the BUMS. So one identifies, one tests, and one manufactures. So this is basically what we need. A Hakim who's registered. So 3 technical persons are needed, including a BSc. He may be in BSc in chemistry or BSc in botany. That is not mentioned in the Drug and Cosmetic Act. Another easier way out is to go in for third-party manufacturing. This is the easier way out, and now it is becoming more and more, I think, famous that people are preferring third-party manufacturing. According to government figures, currently we have about 600 registered Unani manufacturing units all over India. This is the figure is of 2020, and according to my knowledge, I think there must be about 1,500 persons who have a loan license or who are going into third party manufacturing. Sorry. So this is a very good way that if you've done your PG and you have done any research on any particular combination that you can launch in the market. All you have to do is that you tie up with any manufacturing unit and get that registered, the product registered and under your name, and have a tie up with him that this product will be only manufactured for you, and then you just market the product. We have 2 categories in classification of Unani drugs. One is the classical and the other is the proprietary drugs. Classical are, there are certain number of books that are mentioned in the Drugs and Cosmetics Act. We are all aware of the Karabadin, Qadri, Karabadin Kabir, Karabadin Azam. All these books are mentioned in the Drug and Cosmetic Act, and all the volumes of NFUM. Now the government has started printing National Formulary of Unani Medicines. So currently it has 6 volumes. These are the drugs that are not mentioned in the first schedule are covered under the proprietary drugs. However, the ingredients that are used uh, must be mentioned in any of the first schedule books. Ginseng, soya, etc. are not mentioned in any of the first schedule books, so they cannot be used in preparation of Unani drugs. If a schedule E1 drug that is poisonous, like kuchla, opium, Sankhya, if we want to include any of these ingredients in one of the products, then an acute toxicity study has to be done on animals. Then shelf life study has been made mandatory before each and every approval. Some amendments that have been done by the government of India. The potential Herbal medicines are now the in thing, whether they're using as a dietary supplement or as a medicine. People are preferring the natural medicines now. Lifestyle disorders. In Unani is best for treating these lifestyle disorders. But we need to be innovative. I mean, we just cannot stick to the traditional majuns or the khamiras, because what we've noticed is that most of these syrups or the majuns have about 70 to 80% of sugar. Now, people are tending to avoid sugar or are suffering from diabetes. So, we have to change the dosage form of all these majuns. Sorry. See, this is a sugar. It is all. It is known as white poison. It has major effect on our bones, and obviously a major cause of diabetes. India has become the diabetic capital of the world, with over 17% people suffering from type 2 diabetes, and about 25% are considered to be pre-diabetic. Most of us even don't know that we are pre-diabetic unless somehow or the other we test ourselves. See, this is the status of our classical text. Majun, Itrifal, Jawarish, they have 75 to 78% sugar. Famiras, they have 78 to 79% sugar, and Sharbats, above 70% sugar. So, what are the alternatives that we have? We can go into tablets. We have ARCs, pills, capsules, gummies, and single shots. Single shots and gummies are the latest thing, and a lot many uh, products can be developed. Unfortunately, no Unani company has launched these products. Uh, we are in a stage where we have developed these shots and working on gummies. So inshallah, soon these two products will be launched in the Indian market. We launched capsules. This is not 2016, 2006, in fact. Uh, we changed some of the products like Majun the Bidulward, Majun Falasfa, Labub Kabir, Itrifal Sudus into uh, capsules. What, because obviously, like I said, that they contain about 75 to 78%. So even if the dose is 10 grams, all we need is that just 2 grams of in capsule form. So if we use extract of the main ingredient, like for example, Majun the Bidulward, the base is Gule Surkh. So if we use the extract of Gule Surkh, the rest we can adjust in one or two capsules. So that's not an issue of converting all our majuns into capsules. Now we've launched Khamiras and majuns in sugar-free form. We've substituted sugar with a mixture of sorbitol and fructooligosaccharides, which is a short form of FOS. In fact, a research done in Japan on FOS showed that a daily dose of 10 grams, in fact, reduced sugar level in patients. What is the global market of the herbal products? See, it is 150.27 billion US dollars, which works out to 15,027 crores USD, and is projected to reach 20,810 USD dollars by 2020. So it's a huge market for herbal products. India's share, however, again is 0.5%. China is the major exporter of herbal products. Maybe reason is recognition of Ayush system of medicine internationally. Most of the medicines that are being exported as herbal supplements or health supplements or food supplements. They're not going as medicines because there is a restriction on all these claims that medicines make. So if you want to export to, let's say, Europe, they go as food supplements. If you go exporting to US, they go as herbal supplement. Uh, as Unani and Ayurveda, there are only a few countries that recognize this system. So in other countries, all these medicines are going as supplements. Even Ayurveda is they are also going as health or food supplements, not as medicines. See, this is the cost that we have to pay if we want to export it as a medicine. Each product we have to spend about 7 to 10 crores to get an individual license in to export to any EU country. Though the ministry gives us 50%, but again it is a huge amount because 5 crores for one product is quite expensive. Because if you want to export, at least 10 products have to be exported. So an investment of 50 crores is huge. This is a way that single herb capsules are quite popular in the international market. In India, there's a concept of compound formulations, but if we see the mindset of all these foreign persons, they read everything what is contains. So if there are more than two ingredients, they'll get confused because they'll search the net and then they'll not be able to make out that what this product is. So suppose if it's neem, they'll read what neem benefit has and then use it. So more people use single herbs, one or maybe a combination of single herbs, but not mixed together. Now the government has launched this Ayush Ahar, where most of these, unfortunately, Unani is not included in this, but most of the Ayurveda books have been approved, and now you can export them under Ayush Ahar as food supplement. This is I've covered all this. I think. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Fozia Khatun has raised a question. Fozia Khatun, are you able to hear me? So I have a question. In alternative formulations, you have talked about formulation known as gummies.
As what?
You have talked about in alternative formulations about gummies. Gummies.
My sound system is quite low, so I cannot hear you properly. Alternate system of
In alternate formulations of medicines,
yeah,
you have talked about gummies.
gummies. Yes.
So can you please explain what?
Basically, it's a new concept. Gummies is like jellies. The Instead of giving it a syrupy base, any combination of herbs or even a single combination, we with using a non-gelatin based uh, the base, we add like suppose we want to have a gummy of ashwagandha. So the dose of
ग्रुप नोट
ashwagandha is,
करके
let's
एक
say,
तरफ से पढ़ाई लड़का
use the extract, semi-solid
नहीं
extract of
एक आदमी
ashwagandha,
का
and that we add into the base. It's a base like a jelly. It's prepared by pectin and other ingredients, and that is like a toffee. You can have a single shot on that. That the person is it's sweet in nature, so it's not bad tasting for the patient.
Just like candies that we normally have, gelatin-based candies.
Can you speak slightly louder?
The candies, They have gelatin-based candies like we have for sweets. So you have
Yeah, it's
formulated
like I
certain
said, it's non-gelatin based. There are many ways that you can prepare a gummy without using gelatin.
So I also have another question. So you talked about opportunities in UAE that they allowed Unani practitioners for regimenal therapy, but not much is allowed or opportunities for practicing Unani medicines. So if anybody is practicing even regimenal therapy, they have to write Unani medicines along when they provide the regimenal therapies. So can you just elaborate on the regimenal therapies
See,
practice?
there in UAE, there's exam of, held every 6 months, and for all the graduates, BUMS graduates who have done their graduation from here, and there, if you clear the exam, you are allowed to practice Unani. Now, unfortunately, as Unani medicines are not approved there, so you cannot prescribe, but you can prescribe herbs. I mean, if you mufradat में अगर आप expert हैं, then you can prescribe mufradat. So it is not necessary to give majuns. Or even I've heard that Amazon and all are supplying medicine. I mean, you can order through Amazon. But again, short ways to start. Even these health supplements are available, like I said, under food. So, but you can even suggest herbs also, combination of Jushandas. And there's no restriction once you clear your UAE exam, then you can practice hijama. There's no and all these regimens you can, but first they don't allow. However, wet cupping is allowed there.
Thank you, sir.
Hello.
Anybody? Thank you,
Hello.
sir.
Hello.
Does
Am I
anybody
audible?
else have questions?
Hello. Hello, sir. Am I audible?
Yeah, but I don't know. My sound system is some problem with my sound system.
Yes,
So
I
you have
want
a
to ask a
question?
question. I want to ask a question.
Please
Go
ask.
ahead, Dr. Fazan. Ask a question. Dr. Tanveer, you may now ask.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Dr. Mohsin, I am audible to you.
Yeah, please.
Very Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Wa alaikum salam.
How are you, sir?
I'm Alhamdulillah.
Okay. Sir, actually, when we talk about the Unani medicine, we are restricted to say herbal. When you talked about the international turnovers, we always use herbal terminologies. Why we are so reluctant and we are very bound to use herbal medicine instead of Unani medicine, because we are taught here Unani medicine not as a herbal medicine, because herbal is something and a layman can use, or some coex can use. But because we are Unanians and you are the brand ambassador of the Unani, and still you are using and you are very reluctant to use Unani terminologies, Unani products. You are always saying herbal products. So can you explain our juniors and to me, why what are the lacunas? So we are bound to herbal terminology, not Unani terminology.
Very good question. Uh, some countries like UK, they are lenient. We use Unani medicine on that. In Ukraine also we use Unani. But for the major markets like the EU, if you remember that banned the herbal supplements and the herbal medicines. They passed a EU law, I think about 20 years back, 2025, when this EU was formed. They banned these medicines, and all the shops selling herbal medicines were closed down. Then people started going, maybe because you see the herbal market, we all aware, is growing day by day. and the multinational companies, MNCs of the allopathic, are obviously against this system. So they put a lot of pressure because obviously billions and billions have been invested by them. So this is unofficial I'm talking about, that they have a control on all the ministries in all the international markets. So that is the reason why EU banned herbal medicines, and they don't want these systems to come up. That is why I mean it's a big business for them. So they put pressure on the governments not to allow medicines. So all the persons sitting in the ministries or the approvals, they are all these guys who are made happy by the MNCs not to allow herbal medicines. Supplements they cannot prevent, but medicines they can prevent. And suppose, like I said, that if you want to get an approval for a product in, let us say, UK, so the process is quite long. We have to prepare dossiers. We have to prepare all the uh, mapping of the whole product right from the raw material, that where was it procured, which soil was it made, what season was it made from. So all this has to be uh, mentioned. Then all the test reports, then this has to be submitted. So this, I like I said, it's this of a cost of 10 crores per product for approval. This is the cost that comes to Ministry of
One,
Ayush gives us 10 crores as 5 crores of this, but still investing 5 crores for one product is, I think, not feasible for any herbal industry. So suppose, obviously, when you enter a market, you need at least 10 products to sell. So investing 50 crores, let us say 100 crores, out of which you get 50 crores from the ministry, but still investing 50 crores for 10 products, and you're not aware how the market will react to it. So the easier way out for all of us, including me, is to go in as a herbal supplement or a food supplement.
one more question, sir, because you have been touring over the around the world. So, what you felt? Is there any change or acceptance of Unani system of medicine over the outside India? If you
Unfortunately not.
compare from if you compare
Unfortunately
from
not, because like I said in my this thing presentation, that Unani is known as Unani only in the subcontinent.
yes.
I mean, Bangladesh, it's Unani, Sri Lanka, it's Unani, and India is Unani. Even Pakistan calls it Eastern medicine. So the awareness of this system is not there at all. Even UAE people are not aware what Unani is. Ayurveda, they know. If you tell them the Unani is what is it, then you have to explain that yes, this is that Persian
Sir,
system.
what is the long term solution? Can should we have all countries to sit there and chalk
This
out
this
something in?
No, I don't think it is possible, because this Padam Shri Zilur Rahman Saab, because he's also traveled a lot in all of these countries, and he made a lot of efforts. He spoke to many different countries, also heads, that this system, they should name it as Unani system all over. But the main drawback came from Persia. They were not ready to leave their system. They said, no, this is our origin. How will you change your system to Persian? Because Unani came from Persia. It traveled from Persia. So this is an issue which is not going to be solved at all.
Okay, sir. One last question, sir. What's your reaction? What's your take of opening Unani system of medicine for the non-Muslims who are not aware of the Urdu? Is good for the Unani in the long term, or bad for the Unani system of medicine? What's your take on?
In medical tourism, you mean?
Of course, no. Overall, in terms of Unani system of medicine in India or abroad as well?
You see, if we see the trend, okay, fine. I mean, most of the users of Unani are Muslims and Ayurveda Hindus.
Yeah,
But this is, see, you cannot say that Unani is only for Muslims. It's for the whole public.
yeah,
If you go into, like I say, Tibia College, Aligarh, sorry, this Ajmal Khan, Delhi,
yeah.
Tibia College, Delhi. The OPD, the Unani OPD has more patients than the Ayurveda OPD, and most of them are non-Muslims. You see, the problem is the availability or the approachability of the patients to a Hakim. Now,
Exactly.
if we take the scenario of Delhi, 99%, 99 point even 9, I won't say even 99, but 99.9% of the practitioners of Unani are in Muslim pockets. So a non-Muslim is afraid, I don't know why, but he's afraid of going into those areas. So he cannot show himself. But if we if the clinic, like I said, the Karol Bagh Tibia College, people go there. When we have arogyas, we've also noticed that when we put a Hakim in our stall, there are more non-Muslims showing to a Hakim than Muslims. So this is not the thing. It is just that the availability of the practitioner on a non-Muslim area. So even a graduate, a Unani graduate, will try and open a clinic in a Muslim-dominated area. He will not try and open in a non-Muslim area because
Because
he may.
because because sir, he's afraid of. He go to the world
Yes, yes,
city. He
it's a
go to the
vicious circle. You
Okhla.
see, it's a vicious circle. We are
Yeah,
stuck into this Urdu and Muslim.
yeah, yeah.
If we see major of the companies advertise in Urdu papers, why? Because if we
Yes.
advertise in English, it is expensive and the medicine will
Yeah.
not be available near his area. If we advertise in Hindi, it's not available in his area. So we know that it's safe for us to advertise in Urdu, and because somehow or the other he'll get it from the Muslim dominated areas. So this is a vicious circle where this Unani system has got stuck. And how to get out of it is very difficult for me to answer.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Welcome.
Uh, thank you, Dr. Tanveer. So I would like to bring to your notice that in GTCH OPDs, the most popular mass, the major population is non-Muslims that come in GTCH for Unani treatment. So we cannot say that Unani is not known to non-Muslims. It may depend on the location or something, but in GTCH we have a major population of non-Muslims coming and catering Unani medications.
Yes,
And
like is there? I think in most of the in Ghaziabad, the latest NIUM that has opened in Ghaziabad, they are about 800 to 1,000 OPD patients every day, and out of them, 90% are non-Muslims. So we cannot say that Unani is being used only by Muslims. But we, like I said, it's a vicious circle. We are stuck in this because the Unani clinics are opened in mostly in dominated area, Muslim dominated areas. Now, so the government obviously, if it opens clinics, because people know what Unani is and they know the effect of Unani and uh, the Hakims, they know everybody. But main is the approachability.
so we are gradually expanding our reach, I think, from the time where Unani was started and today where we are standing. So we have another question from freshers. So one by one they will come and ask you questions.
Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Islam.
Sir, my question is what motivated you to start Dehlvi?
Well, it's a family business. It is not my line, but because this was started by my grandfather, and I actually had not come into this. I started my own business of manufacturing herbal soaps, but ultimately I was caught and placed into this. Uh, and then, because of some dispute in the family, I branched out on my own and started Dehlvi. So this was by chance, not by choice.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम।
One Islam.
मैं यूनानी प्रैक्टिशनर हूँ और डायबिटीज के पेशेंट को
थोड़ा सा जोर से बोल लें, जरा माइक के पास आके थोड़ा जोर से बोल लें।
जी जी, मैं यूनानी प्रैक्टिशनर हूँ। डायबिटीज के पेशेंट को मालूम खमीरा एग्रीफल जवारिश देने में प्रॉब्लम होता है, तो डेहलवी रेमेडीज का वो कौन कौन सा प्रोडक्ट है जो टैबलेट कैप्सूल सफूक में आया हुआ है, ये जानना चाह रहे हैं।
जैसे मैंने कहा, आपका आवाज सही नहीं आई, लेकिन जहां तक मैं समझा हूँ, ये डायबिटीज के लिए ना, मैंने बताया कि हमारे पास ऑप्शंस अब बहुत हो गई हैं। कैप्सूल फॉर्म हो गए, पिल्स हो गए, सफूफ हो गए, और कुछ कॉम्बिनेशंस हमने अपनी जो क्लासिकल प्रोडक्ट्स है, माजूनात खुरमा है, जवारिश कमूनी है, लबू कबीर है, दवाउल मिस्क है, अरशद वाला है, खमीर जात हैं, ये सब हमने शुगर फ्री फॉर्म में कर दिए, बिकॉज हमें मालूम है कि 50% ऑफ पॉपुलेशन चाहती है कि हम चीनी ना इस्तेमाल करें। और आयुर्वेदा वाले भी हमने नोटिस किया है, उन्होंने भी अपने जितने भी सिरप्स हैं उसमें चीनी की कंसंट्रेशन कम कर दी है। लेकिन हमारे जो अनफॉर्चुनेटली जो ट्रेडिशनल हकीम्स हैं, वो अगर उसको देखते हैं, कहते हैं यार इसमें तो पानी ज्यादा है। वो दवाई की मिकदार नहीं देखते, वो देखते हैं कि उसमें थिकनेस कितनी है, और थिकनेस जो है वो चीनी से आएगी। लेकिन अगर हम थोड़ा सा चीनी कम करके और दवाई की मिकदार उतनी रखें, वो एक्सेप्टेबल नहीं है हमारे हकीमों को। वो कहते हैं कि नहीं, इसमें तो पानी ज्यादा है।
पेशेंट एक्सेप्ट कर लेते हैं तो काम चल जाएगा।
जी, आवाज नहीं आई आपकी।
जी, पेशेंट अगर एक्सेप्ट कर लेते हैं तो मैं तो दवा पेशेंट को ही खाना है।
नहीं समझ पाया मैं,
थोड़ा जोर से बोलें फौजान।
कुछ
सर ये कह रहे हैं कि जो शुगर सिरप से कंसिस्टेंसी जो है वो बढ़ जाती है, बट दिस इज एक्सेप्टेबल बाय पेशेंट्स।
नहीं, ऐसा नहीं है। मैं अग्री नहीं करूंगा, क्योंकि कई वो जो पुराने पेशेंट हैं वो तो फिर भी संभाल लेते हैं इतनी सारी चीनी। अगर आप नए पेशेंट को देंगे, वो कह देगा सिवाय चीनी के तो हमें तो कोई मजा ही नहीं आ रहा दवाई का। अगर आप किसी पहले जो पहला पेशेंट होगा आपका यूनानी का, जिसने कभी इस्तेमाल नहीं करी दवाई, तो सबसे पहला जो नेक्स्ट टाइम वो आपके पास आएगा, वो यही कहेगा कि दवाई बहुत मीठी थी, सिवाय चीनी के मुझे तो कोई मजा ही नहीं आ रहा था।
सर दूसरा सवाल है मेरा कि मेरी क्लिनिक में आयुर्वेद कंपनी के एमआर आते हैं मिलने के लिए, लेकिन यूनानी कंपनी के कभी कोई एमआर नहीं आया। इवन कि जब मैं इंटर्नशिप में था जीटीसीएच में, तो यहाँ हिमालय के चरक के एमआर वगैरह आते थे, लेकिन यूनानी मेडिकल रिप्रेजेंटेटिव नहीं आते थे। मेडिकल रिप्रेजेंटेटिव यूनानी का ना होना, ये भी एक फैक्टर है यूनानी सिस्टम ऑफ मेडिसिन के प्रोपेगेशन ना होने की। तो आपके डेहलवी रेमेडीज ने इस सिलसिले में क्या एमआर वगैरह को बहाल किया है? आपके प्लान में है ऐसा कि डेहलवी रेमेडीज का हो? जैसे कई सारा प्रोडक्ट है जो आपका पेटेंट है, टैबलेट कैप्सूल सफूक में है, और हम लोग या यूनानी प्रैक्टिशनर वाकिफ नहीं है उससे, तो आपके प्लानिंग में क्या है ऐसा?
देखिए, ये सही कह रहे हैं आप। ये यूनानी, मेरी कंपनी की भी प्रॉब्लम है और सब यूनानी कंपनीज की प्रॉब्लम है कि एमआरस हमारे कम हैं। मे बी बिकॉज नॉर्मली जितनी भी अगर हम कंपेयर करते हैं आयुर्वेदा से, आयुर्वेदा बहुत बड़ा मार्केट है एज कंपेयर टू यूनानी। एक छोटी कंपनी भी अगर आयुर्वेदा की होगी तो मिनिमम उसका टर्नओवर 100 करोड़ का होगा, और यूनानी की टर्नओवर ओवरऑल बहुत कम है कंपैरेटिवली। तो वो अगेन मैं ये कहूँगा कि हर एक जो कंपनी है, मेरी कंपनी भी या चाहे और दूसरी यूनानी कंपनीज भी, वो टर्नओवर के हिसाब से एमआरस रखते हैं कि एक आइडिया होता है कि हाँ इतनी अगर हमारा टर्नओवर है उस पर्टिकुलर एरिया में तो उतने हम एमआर रखेंगे। अब डेफिनेटली होता क्या है कि हालांकि अगर मैं अपनी कंपनी की बात करूं तो हम हर एमआर से कहते हैं कि आप इतने डॉक्टर्स को रोज मिलिए, लेकिन क्योंकि वो उसको अपना टारगेट पूरा करना होता है तो डॉक्टर से कम डीलर से ज्यादा मिलता है वो। तो ये कमी है और मैं एक्सेप्ट कर रहा हूँ कि ये कमी मेरे में भी है और ज्यादातर कंपनीज में है, और लेकिन इंशाल्लाह इसको हम दूर करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं। और तनवीर भाई को पता है, हमने अभी उडमा में एक प्रोग्राम रखा था जहां हमने सीएमईज और के कॉलेजेस के साथ मिलके करने का हमने फैसला किया है।
शुक्रिया सर।
जी।
Any other questions? I Thank you, sir. I believe you have completely nailed and justified the title of today's presentation. I'm sure this session must have attracted the freshers so that they can make a mindset to invest their time and interest in research as well as in Unani system of medicine. Please accept our heartfelt gratitude for conveying the strength and future potential of to these fresh minds, which will surely aid in shaping the future of these researchers. And we are also sure that your expertise must have impressed these upcoming researchers. Thank you, sir. We are highly obliged and we hope to have your productive collaboration with GTCH in our future endeavors. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much for inviting me, and it was a pleasure to speak to all the students. एंड आई थिंक एक कोरोना ने एक गलत हम लोगों को सीख दे दी कि वेबिनार करने के लिए। मैं प्रेफर करूंगा फिजिकल आने के लिए, और बिकॉज इट इज बेटर टू इंटरेक्ट फेस टू फेस। बट एक ये टेक्नोलॉजी का भी थोड़ा बहुत फायदा भी होता है, नुकसान भी होता है। मेरे हिसाब से तो ये नुकसान है। तो तनवीर भाई से कहूंगा, नेक्स्ट टाइम आई एम रेडी टू कम physically. Just give me a week's notice and I'll be there, inshallah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Allah Hafiz.
Now I would like to call upon our principal, sir, Professor Tawheed Kipriya, sir, to kindly come on the dais.
Okay, should I? Shamana, principal sir is coming. Should I conclude it, Dr. Shamana?
Sir, principal sir is coming, so he will
Okay.
say a few words first, then you can.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम। मोहसिन साहब, आपका बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया कि आप इतने बिजी शेड्यूल के बावजूद जो है हम लोगों के अक्सर प्रोग्राम में शामिल होते रहते हैं, और ये आपका कहना बिल्कुल सही है कि टेक्नोलॉजी से कुछ फ़ायदा हुआ है, कुछ नुकसान भी। नुकसान इस मामले में कि अगर आप फिजिकल होते तो सामने और भी हम लोग बहुत सारी चीज़ें आपसे बच्चे जो है इंटैक्ट होकर सीखने का मौका मिलता। बहरहाल आज का टॉपिक जो आपने जो एक टूरिज्म में को बढ़ावा देने के लिए यूनानी जिस तरह से और भी जो है ना सिद्धा वगैरह ये लोग जो है बहुत सारे कर रहे हैं, अगर हम लोगों को भी ये अपॉर्चुनिटी मिले, और इसमें हम समझते हैं कि आप लोगों का बहुत बड़ा रोल होगा कि आप लोग इस तरह के सेंटर टूरिज्म एरिया में जो है वो करके और जो है यूनानी का जो है आप खिदमत लेकर जो है दूसरे यूनानी वाले को भी फ़ायदा पहुंचा सकते हैं, और ना सिर्फ ये कि यूनानी स्टूडेंट्स के लिए बल्कि पूरे यूनानी पैथी के लिए भी एक बड़ा काम होगा, और उससे प्रोपोगेट भी होगा और हमारा आगे का एक रास्ता भी खुलेगा। तो बहरहाल जो है ना एक मरतबा शुक्रिया इसलिए भी करते हैं कि आपने उडमा कराया और हमारे कॉलेज को इनवाइट किया, और बहुत अच्छा प्रोग्राम लगा। इन बच्चों के सामने हम कहना चाह रहे हैं कि जो है बहुत ही हॉस्पिटलिटी और के तो एक अपनी चीज़ होती है कि कोई भी गेस्ट जाता है सबके लिए बराबर होता है, लेकिन आपने प्रोग्राम का जो शेड्यूल रखा, जिस अंदाज से डिबेट कराया हर कॉलेज के लोगों से अपना अपना, तो ये बहुत बड़ी बात है कि हम समझते हैं कि पहली मरतबा इस तरह की चीज़ हुई, और इस तरह का आइंदा होना चाहिए। इंशाल्लाह आपकी शिकायत हम लोग कभी दूर करेंगे और कोशिश करेंगे कि जो है आप खुद यहाँ आकर हम लोग के सामने रहकर प्रेजेंट करें। बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया।
Thank you, sir. Now I would like to call upon stage Dr. Mohammed Tanveer Alam, sir, to kindly conclude today's session.
Thank you, Dr. Shabana, or thank you, Hakim Mohsin Dehlvi Saab. And the power behind the Dehlvi remedies, Dehlvi natural, and Dehlvi Amba. Thank you for your overview of all the regimens regarding like Dal, Pashoya, Kapeng, Leaching. These are the Unani regimens which surely with the attraction to the tourist has immense potential to the part of being the part of the medical tourism. Hence the heal by India and heal in Unani, yeah, heal by Ayush is the term which has been justified. You told us about the startup in the management, in the manufacture of the Unani drugs. Thank you for that. And we have discussed about the constants in going global with the name of Unani medicine. Our PG interact you with regarding the what are the problems regarding the dosage forms. Hence, we know that your company is quite smart in that field. More than 12 dosage forms, new dosage forms has been introduced by the Dehlvi. You interacted with us in two topics like Heal in India, Heal by Unani, and the startup in Unani medicine. Thank you for managing the time despite having a busy schedule, because recently you traveled to the Abu Dhabi, Sharjah, Tehran, and Dubai. Despite of that, you managed to address our PG scholars. And as you told that, inshallah, very soon we will having a discussion, online, not online, offline discussion gathering over here in the Patna regarding the new dosage forms, their relevancy, and what are the aims of the Dehlvi to attract our practitioners in regard to the dosage forms. Thanks again, sir. Thank you very much. Over to you, Shabana.
Thank you, sir. That was quite informative and productive. So with this, we come to the end of today's morning session, and thank you all for listening patiently and for your presence here. Thank you all.